What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush HD and welcome back to my FIFA 13 X Players squad builder. Today I got you a squad builder for the X Players of Queen's Park Rangers or QPR. So let's get into the team, any of the managers and blah blah blah. So the first manager we're going to have, we've used this guy before, and that is Mark Hughes. He had a short spell at QPR I believe. And obviously the formation is going to be the 3-4-3. Mainly because this QPR had some fairly decent wingers and midfielders, so I thought this formation fully capitalised on the players. So in goal we got a goal player, and that is going to be Paddy Kenny. Now plays for Leeds in the Empower Championship. He cost me 1,000 coins. He's got 74 diving, 78 reflexes, 71 handling, 74 kicking, and 77 position. Probably one of the better goalkeepers in the Empower Champions League, and that's why it's probably so much. Also, I believe, I'm not quite sure, but I believe he got recently transferred as well, so that does add a bit of a bonus on. But still, he's not a bad keeper, and probably if you're going to build those Empower Championship teams, I'd recommend getting him. Moving on to our centre-backs. First centre-back is going to be a bronze player, and that is Terrell Forbes. He plays for Chesterfield in the Empower Champions League 2. And he cost me 400 coins, and he's got 78 pace. For a bronze centre-back is very, very good. His defending does let him down a bit, but 70 heading as well, and 6 foot. So he's got very, very good pace and very good heading stat, and he's actually a fairly decent centre-back. I've used him before in a English bronze team, so he's a very, very good centre-back. I'd definitely recommend picking him up. Moving on to the second centre-back, we've got a silver player, another English player, and he plays for Cardiff. We have Connolly, and he again cost me 400 coins, and he's got 66 pace, 68 defending, and 73 heading, and 6'2", so he's got a fairly decent amount of pace as well, and he's not a bad centre-back either. He's got a decent defending stat and a fairly good heading stat as well, so works quite well in this type of formation. And the final player we're going to have is Danny Shitu, plays for Millwall, Nigerian. He cost me 1,100 coins, and he's got 50 pace, 67 defending, 76 heading. Definitely not a good centre-back. I wouldn't recommend getting him. He is 6'3", but his pace just lets him down a bit. So that is the midfield. Let's move on. Sorry, that is the defence. Let's move on to the midfield. So our right mid is going to be a bronze player, and we're going to have a player called Ainsworth. He plays for Wickham, I believe, in the Empower Champions League, Empower League 2. He cost me 200 coins, and I'm not going to talk about him because he's probably one of the worst right mids you could possibly pick up. He's got 60 pace, which you don't really want for a right mid. Let's move on to the left mid. And we've got a silver player, and he's called Cook. And again, he's quite low on pace with 60 pace. And he cost me 250 coins. And again, I wouldn't recommend picking him up just because his pace is just really, really low. Moving on to the midfielders, we got one bronze player and two bronze players, sorry. And the first one is going to be the English one, Murray. He plays for Hartlepool, I believe, in the Empower League 1. And he cost me 350 coins, and he's not a bad player. Well, he is actually a really, really bad player. I wouldn't recommend picking him up. I believe there is better centre mids, and definitely pick another centre mid up. He's not the best centre mid in the game. And moving on to the final bronze player in the centre mid position, we have Rowlands. He is plays for the same team, Leyton Orient, sorry, as Cook, our left mid. And he's a fairly decent centre mid, actually. He cost me 650 coins. And I would definitely recommend picking up. As you can see there, most of his stats are above 60, other than his heading. But you don't really need that for a centre mid. He's just got solid stats for a bronze centre mid. I'll definitely recommend picking him up if you're building an Empower League 1 team. And he's fairly cheap as well. I did pick him up. You probably get him cheaper than that. But I did pick him up in the 3-4-3, and I don't know why. I should have picked him up in a different formation and changed his formation, but who cares. Moving on to the final players of the team, we've got a fairly decent attack force in this team. The first player is going to be a silver player, plays in the Barclays Premier League, and that player is Wayne Routledge, currently plays for Swansea. He cost me 1,300 coins, and he's got 84 pace, 79 dribbling, 60 shot, and 65 passing. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, and he's a fairly decent right wing, 73 rated. He's got pace, he's got decent skills, and he's got a really nice shot on him as well. So I definitely recommend picking him up. He's probably one of the better right wing, as well, English players, silver players as well to pick up. And he I can't get my words out today. He works really well with this player, Raheem Sterling. And yes, some of you guys may think he has never played for QPR, but he started off his footballing career, let's say. He was in the QPR academy, and then Liverpool bought him for around 500k, I believe. And then he carried on, and now he plays for Liverpool. But I decided to put him in. He cost me 59,500 coins. Sorry about that. I've got a really bad cold. But he's a fairly expensive player. He's mainly because I think it was the beginning of this season, he played absolutely phenomenal and just got well known. But he's fairly decent stats as well. 88 pace, 73 dribbling, 53 shot is probably his main weak down in a left wing position. 62 pass, and also got 4-star skill moves. But I believe he's got an upgraded card, which I definitely recommend picking up. However, it is fairly expensive. It's like 200 odd K, I think. He is 74 rated, and he's just a really good player. So I definitely recommend picking him up, having a try of him. I hadn't had a try until I actually made this team, and he's actually a fairly decent player. So why not go and pick him up? His price tag is a bit high, but go and try him out. You won't be disappointed. And moving on to the final player of this team, we have a player called Dennis Ollie, and I've come up against this guy quite a bit, and he is a low rated player, but he's actually a fairly decent player. He cost me 200 coins, and he's got 81 pace, 57 dribbling, 48 shot, and 50 passing, 59 heading as well. So it's 6 foot as well, so he's a fairly tall player. He's got a decent amount of pace. His shot does let him down, but for a low rated bronze player, that's not a bad shot. And guys, if you're looking to build a very cheap bronze team for like bronze tournaments or whatever, I'd definitely pick him up for 200 coins. He's actually a fairly decent player, so you won't be disappointed. However, there is better strikers in that league. There is Wes Carr, the Chesterfield striker, who's a very good player indeed. So I wouldn't recommend picking him up if you're going to build an Empower League 2 team. But if you're going to build like a really budget team straight from scratch for a bronze tournament, definitely recommend picking him up. So guys, this is the team. It cost me around 65k, which is fairly expensive, but that is obviously because of Raheem Sterling. Took most of that over with about being 60k. So without Raheem Sterling, it probably cost around 5k. We got 98 chemistry. That is mainly because this centre mid and who is it? We got some glitches here. I think it's this centre mid here and Danny Shitu are low on chemistry, and Mark Hughes obviously boosts that chemistry up a bit. But guys, I wouldn't recommend building this team at all. It's just got the wrong players in the wrong positions pretty much. Danny Shitu is just too slow as a centre back. The right mid and left mid are just really slow players. One of the centre mids, this player here, isn't the strongest whatsoever, and we got Ollie up front, who, yes, he's a beast, but he's just doesn't cut it out for if you're coming up against gold teams or silver teams. So guys, this has been the team. Remember, if you've got any suggestions, remember to leave that in the comments. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. This has been Chronic Rush 60. Till next time, adios!